Hey guys, welcome to FoodHouse. I'm Nate. So we're in the studio today. I wanted to show you guys how to make a delicious braised short rib. It's really simple. We need some beef stock, some crispy pancetta. It's gonna be really delicious. To go with that, we're gonna do some garlic smashed potatoes and some roasted Brussels sprouts. It's really easy. You guys are gonna absolutely love this recipe. I got Rick. Rick's in the studio. Rick is working on, what are you working on?
Burger.
A burger. Working on some burg videos. Anyway, let's jump right into the video. All right, the first thing we're gonna do is get to our pancetta. Now I have some diced pancetta. We're just gonna crisp this up into in the bottom of a nice big stock pot. It's important to have a big stock pot because this is what we're doing all of our cooking on our short ribs. These are short ribs. They're amazing and delicious. So we're gonna salt and pepper both sides. And then we're also gonna add a little bit of flour. Now what this is gonna do is create this really beautiful golden crust on the outside. So we don't need a ton, we're just gonna dust it nicely. Short ribs are really fantastic. You kind of need to cook them for a while, which is why we're braising them. So we're gonna be cooking them for hours. So they just start to fall apart and get really tender and really wonderful, delicious. So we're gonna lightly dust these. Now we're gonna go right down into that pancetta fat. Now make sure this is pretty hot because we wanna sear them fairly quickly. But you'll see they sear up in about, I don't know, 2.5 minutes, 3.5 minutes per side, but take a look at it really close. Yeah, look, it's like golden and a little crisp. This is for texture, so that it has a really nice texture. I can say it a few more times if you want. Texture. A really nice texture as it braises. It keeps a really fun crisp on the edge. But you see we crisp up both sides, the bone side and the meat side, and then set them aside. Now I also have some shallots, thinly cut shallots, and some rough cut carrots. So we're just gonna throw those in there with this last short rib so those can start caramelizing just a bit. We basically wanna build layers of flavor. So instead of just adding the vegetables raw, we're gonna crisp them up and caramelize them a bit before adding our liquid. I'm also gonna add some fresh rosemary. This is the one I'm using. This is Blackstone. This is a decent, affordable red wine. I mean, I wouldn't use something super expensive, especially if this is your first time doing it. I'm also using beef stock, organic beef stock. If you're gonna make your own beef stock, you're awesome. Do that. If you're gonna buy it, buy organic. Just trust me. Buy a cheap one and an organic one and put them side by side and taste them and you'll see the difference. So we're gonna add our wine and our beef stock. I'm also gonna add a little bit of fresh thyme. Oh, Titus, my little sous chef, wanted to help. So there you go. He's pretty awesome little sous chef. Helper in the kitchen. He's rad. Awesome hair too. So we're gonna let this bubble and boil for, I'm gonna go like 3 hours. You can go anywhere between 2.5 hours and 4 hours. If you're on a low heat, go longer. If you want higher heat, go a bit shorter. You basically just want a nice rolling simmer, rolling boil. So I'm doing some mashed potatoes, very simple. Skins on, dice up some potatoes, boil them, drain them, add a little bit of unsalted butter and some salt and pepper. Now I'm adding whole milk and I'm gonna mash that up. A little bit of chopped garlic because you need garlic for garlic mashed potatoes. Did you know that, Rick?
I didn't.
Well, there you go. So for Brussels sprouts, this is very simple. We're just gonna slice them in half, throw them in a bowl, drizzle olive oil, some salt and pepper, give them a nice toss so they get coated evenly on all sides. That's important to get a good roast on your roasts.
It's good.
So we're gonna throw those in the oven, 350 for like 20 minutes until they get golden. Okay, now we're gonna reduce the heat. I had pretty high heat, so we're gonna reduce it down just a little bit. Now take a look up close so you can see how much liquid we've actually lost. That little line right there is where the liquid was, and it drops all the way down because it's condensed all those flavors. It's reduced in that broth, that gravy. It's gonna turn into a gravy. It's just rich and amazing. So look like that. It just falls off the bones. It's unbelievably tender and wonderful. Plate selection. So get creative with your plates. You don't always have to match. Different plates give different looks, and part of being a good cook is also, having a good presentation sense. So we're gonna put all of our, the extra pancetta, throw that on the mashed potatoes at the end. And then add a little bit of your sauce over the top, and that's it. My parents came over for dinner, so they were pretty excited about it. But this is a really simple dish. It's super hearty. You can make a lot. at one time. So if you want to have a nice little dinner party, it's pretty simple to do. But it looks amazing. It really is foolproof. Foolproof, by the way. I hope you don't say that incorrectly. But it's really, really easy to do. I hope you guys love that recipe. It's one of those go-to, hearty, wonderful meals that you can make that doesn't really fail. It's awesome. Plus, it's getting colder this time of year. It's a really wonderful dish to make for your loved ones. I hope you guys loved that video. If you like it, click the like button. Leave a comment for recipes or food you want to learn how to make. If you love it, click the share button. It's right there somewhere. Find your way over to my Facebook page, click the like button. You know the routine. YouTube/NathanLippy TV. Subscribe if you're into that.
I'm so into that.
Have you just been...
That looked good. I forgot what I was doing. I was just watching.
Rick was working.
It's good. It's delicious looking.
Anyway, there you go. Thank you guys so much. I'm Nate. I'll see you next time on FoodHouse. Hey, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. You want to have some of these delicious braised short ribs?
No.
What are you having?
What?
You got grapes? So, all right, it's dinner time. Everybody looks to be excited, especially Titus with his delicious little grapes. So I'm gonna go have dinner. See ya.